small. So, hello guys, what's up and welcome, or welcome back. Welcome to another amazing episode of Unfiltered and Unaddicted Meal with Ogechi. So, today we're going all the way down to my country, Nigeria. We're going to be making okra soup. Actually, I'm wrong. We're making okra and ogbono soup. It's a combination of the two soups together. And of course, we have our main ingredients of the day, which is our okra. Um, I'm going to introduce you guys to the rest of the ingredients that we're going to be using as we go along in the live. I've already cut my onions, and there I have some red bell pepper and my spinach, which are the vegetables we're going to use in the soup. And over here, I already have my proteins cooking up and bubbling up, because this ones is gonna take longer time. I think right now the meat should be about maybe 50 to 60% cooked. So this is it. It's coming along well. I have in here chicken and some beef. I also have like stockfish in there. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this. I haven't stirred it since I started the cooking. I seasoned this with some pepper, onions, horseradish bonnet, then onions. I also added what's it called, then I seasoned with just Maggi and salt. That's all I usually use for my soup. No, this is not pork, this is chicken, and this is beef. So while this is bubbling up and cooking, I'm going to go ahead and get started with chopping up my okra. Let me check the meat and see if it's soft enough. Okay. So the meat mm, is about 70% cooked. I'm gonna leave it to bubble down a little bit more before. Um, so while I'm doing that, I'm going to get another pan. Okay. So I'm going to use this pan to cook up my ogbono. You need to melt it first before you get started. So let's get started with chopping up our okra. Over here I have my dry fish soaked, and it needs to be soaked for a while to make it a lot more easy to work with. So this is our okra. Gonna go ahead and get chopping. I love to divide mine into like 4 pieces, like so. So first, before I divide, I would get this tip like that, and next I slice through, and again same, and now we chop, 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 chop. So you need a sharp knife for this. That way it makes it a whole lot more easy to like grind through the okra without restriction or resistance. See how it goes. Just gorgeous. um so this is what I'm gonna do until I cut them on. If this was like an actual YouTube video, all this process would have been cut off from the video. That way I'm not gonna bore people. Usually I might, after doing the first cut, I would skip until I'm done. Thank you guys for the like. Let me try to do 3 because I want this to go quicker and faster. And let's do 3. Sorry guys, I'm trying to add like but I'm trying to add like a question, a poll question, but let me just keep doing what I'm doing because I'm not I'm not seeing where to do that. So if you're watching, tell me where you're watching from, and are you familiar with okra soup? Have you had it before? What culture are you from? And in your culture, do you guys eat okra soup? Or which way do you guys eat your okra? I know that there are some culture that they fry it up and serve it with like rice. They serve it as a side of a vegetable. The way you eat your rice or anything with some salad, that's how they serve theirs. But where I come from, we make our own okra into soup, and we have different types of okra soup. There is fisherman okra soup. This one is going to contain a lot of seafood produce like the fishes, crab, lobsters, shrimp. It's filled with a lot of seafood. And then you have the regular okra soup where you make it protein, basically chicken and goat meat or beef. My culture, we're not big on peas. We don't eat, like, well, some people do, but like culture, pork is not part of our culture, it's not big in our culture. So we cook mostly with turkey, chicken, goat, and cow meat. Mhm. So basically, the regular okra soup is going to be made with this meat, and then there's another okra soup, which is the one I'm making right now. It's mixed together with a nut. I don't know the English name, but we call it ogbono, and it's very slimy. It's a very slimy nut. We blend it up. So basically, that ogbono, you can actually eat it just like that. Like you can make a soup out of it with just the ogbono, and it becomes just ogbono soup. Um, Me, on the other hand, I don't like just ogbono soup plainly, and I also don't like just okra. I love to mix them both together, which is weird. Now, saying that I don't like them doesn't mean I'm not gonna eat them. Even like I'm not like doesn't mean I'm not going to eat them, but I just it's not my preference. So whenever I'm cooking mine, I mix the two together in holy matrimony. Yeah, I marry them together. I dislike cutting this, but the way I'm cutting it, a lot of people might not know. I remember going over to a friend to help with his cooking, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like cutting okra, so I'm not gonna help with that. The moment I started cutting, but I ended up cutting it because I feel like I have to show him how to do it, because he was just cutting it one by one and it was taking forever. The way I was chopping this up, he was like, you sure you don't like cutting okra? Yes, I don't like cutting okra, which is why I would always find ways to make my misery shorter. And here at home, if we're doing like family get together party or something, and we're doing some cooking, they would always put me to cut it, even though I don't like cutting it. But when I chop it up, you're gonna think that I'm a pro. Okie dokie. Let me check up on our meat. Alright. That is coming along well. Lady, baby, baby. Ooh, ooh. Ho, ho, ho. Let me see. I have some comments. Let's see. Let's see. Finish cooking the food and stop talking. My goodness. For goodness. How do I not talk? Like, do you prefer I just keep short while cutting this? I cannot stop talking, you know. I love to talk, okay, which is why I started a YouTube channel where I can come up and talk. If I don't like to talk, then I will not have a channel, because I mean, if not talk, what else am I going to be doing? So I'm sorry. Ooh, well, or should I rather sing instead? That's actually what I do when I cook. I will put some music and have like a karaoke game while cooking, but I cannot play some music over here because I don't want a copyright strike on my video. Yeah, or any restriction. So, wait, it's not like I was just talking and not cooking. I'm still cooking, right? I'm still doing what I'm supposed to do. Okay, we're almost there. So I'm gonna answer, take my people with me together we are going to the new home. Find a place good. Is it river? Do you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Let me dissect it. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Is it Katarina? Sorry if I don't pronounce Cynthia. Wait. Hi, thanks for stopping by. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please don't forget to like the live. Give me a thumbs up, 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 up. Okay, two more and it's over. Over. Can we talk about Noah? Who is that? You mean Noah? The man that built an ark in the Bible to is that the Noah you're talking about? Yeah? No? Sorry, my phone is too far from my view, so it can take a while for me to see comments. I'm trying to really get this down. So is it the Noah in the Bible? Which Noah? No, I feel like this one, let me see. It looks, this one is too mature. Anyways, just it should not affect the soup. Oh, 9 a.m. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. 29:30. Okay, alright guys, we're done and dusted with chopping up the okra. The next thing we need to do would be, well, first off I need to transfer it into the bowl. Ooh. If you're just stopping by and you're wondering what I'm gonna do with all this lady finger, with all this okra, I'm basically making okra soup, and the okra is the main ingredient, so it's supposed to be many or plenty. Okay. Okay. I had to wash the board because I don't want a lot of sliminess in the next thing I'm doing. So next up, I'm going to wash up my bell pepper. And we need to blend it. I'm just cutting it into a blendable size. I also need a little bit of onion. So before I blend this, there is a local seasoning I need to blend first. Where is my blender? My blending cup. So this is not dirty. I already used it to blend up some onions, which I'm using to make the meat. And in there, I'm just gonna throw in the next thing. I'm going to add in some, I think that's hopscotch bonnet. The yellow one is habanero. And This is a local seasoning. This is called okbenyi. It's made out of a special kind of beans. So I'm going to add some water and cover, and then we blend. Close your ears, I'm sorry. Okay, let me allow that to sit in there for a while before we blend. Where is the spoon? I'm going to check up on our meat. Okay, I think this is ready. Okay. Let's work on preening my dried fish. I forgot to bring out my pan oil, and I have to melt it. So I'm just taking out the bones in it. I'm going to go and wash it on a running water because that's the most effective way to like clean it out properly. So to the sink I go. So now I'm going to try to pieces it. So this fish is not there to serve like as fish or as part of the proteins you're going to serve the food with. This is to add more flavors into the meal. That's what this one is about. I'm going to wash my spinach and put it in a sieve to start sifting out the water. And we're going to proceed to the next thing. So this is another kind of fish. It's called stockfish. Also the same purpose as the other one, to add flavor. But now this one is a little bit more tough. I cannot soften it just by putting it in water like the other one. So I have to boil it a little bit before I open it up to remove the bone and pieces it more. My goodness, it's so hot. Okay, I'm going to allow it to cool down before I pieces it more. But I've already taken out the bone. So I'm going to set this one aside. And now we're going to, the cooking actually starts now. So let's move over here to our stove and into my meat. Let's open it up. And I'm going to add in that pepper blend and my local seasoning. I'm just gonna pour them in there. Get some water and rinse it out a bit. And yeah, I'm going to transfer that bell pepper and my onions into the blender cup. And soon we're going to blend. Now I'll stir. Okay, that is coming along well. Let me taste at this point and see if I need to adjust anything. Okay. Oh no. So right now I'm also going to add one more. This is on my way. One more local seasoning. Where's my salt? Okay. So if you're not familiar, what's going on? If you're not familiar with this soup, we're going to be adding. Okay, I don't know why this is lagging behind. Maybe it's the heat. Let me move it further away. And try to pull it up this way. Could it be the heat that is causing it? Okay. Okay, I don't know what is going on. It keeps freezing. There, it's happening again. Or maybe it doesn't. Guys, I'm gonna swipe out. I'm going to just check if maybe my internet connection is a problem, and I'll be right back. So sorry. Okay, hopefully it's better. All right, I think it's better. So continuing, this is called crayfish, already blended. So I'm going to add it in there. I'm going to top up more water. Okay. And now we cover and allow to continue simmering. However, in the other pan, we're going to get um oh no, I forgot I was filming. Yes, I'm going to add in our dry fish and my stock fish. Continuing over here, I'm going to add in my palm oil. Oh, I think this is too much palm oil because I'm still going to add more palm oil to fry my okra. So I'm going to reduce it over here. Mm, just pop it in there. All right. So this is my obono. I'm going to add it in there. It has already been blended, and yeah, most of the ingredients I'm using, which is coming from, you know, has already been blended, but blended because of it's not something that I found here. They are sourced from West Africa and shipped here. So before shipment, they usually process them right into a finished good. You just go ahead to use it. So I love to first saute it this way because this thing can have lumps. If you put it direct into the water, sometimes it can form like tiny, tiny chunks that I don't like. So the best way I dissolve it first is in an oil, and then I also fry it a little bit. This would prevent excessive burning. Ogbono burns super, super quick. Once you put it inside your inside the pot of the soup, it will start burning instantly. So to reduce how much is going to burn, I like to fry it up a little bit before I go ahead to transfer it into a big pot. And notice I'm cooking this on a very low heat because I don't want it to get burnt. It burns quickly. And I'm also turning it consistently. So doing it this way is very easy because to stir it is also easier. That's the only thing you're stirring while cooking versus pouring it direct into the soup, and then you have a lot of things to mix. So I'm gonna go on and blend up my pepper, my bell pepper, and my onions. Okay, this is ready. The next thing we'll do now, I'm going to transfer this over here. We're going to use that as well. And we're coming back here. Now we're going to transfer this into our pot of sizzle. Let me turn down the heat because I don't want some splashes on my body. Okay. I'm going to rinse this all out because not doing so means I've wasted some of it. Ooh. Okay, now we mix. I think I'm putting this thing too close to the heat because I notice the moment it gets close, it starts to act weird. It looks like I didn't put enough. Oh, I also don't want it to be too much. Wait, I have to boil it. I'm gonna add even more here and pray that it will not, and I'll just allow it to bubble down before I go ahead to add it in here. I need some water. So this is the consistency I was looking for. I don't know why that one didn't form that way immediately. I need to add more water. Okay. All right, I'm gonna taste. I taste a lot because I want to know exactly how I'm gonna season the other. Where did my comments go to? Oh well. Oh, what's going on? I think there was some water in that pan. I'm gonna add more of my cheese. What is happening? So I'm going to add some chicken bouillon, a little bit of salt, and then we mix again. All right. And we cover. In that oil that is thundering, I don't know why. So I'm gonna add in. I don't know what is going on with the oil. I'm gonna add my onion. You see that? Oh, look at the floor, my goodness. I'm also going to add in my bell pepper, and hopefully that will stop it from bubbling. All right. There is the rumbling, Mrs. Now that it has stopped rumbling, I'm gonna turn off my heat. If this thing dries on this pot, it's gonna change the color. That's why I'm constantly wiping it down. To infuse some flavor into my okra, I'm gonna be adding like 2 scoops of the crayfish. And I'm going to add a little amount of chicken bouillon flavor. Next up, our okra goes in. And we stir. I'm gonna check up on this. At this point, I'm gonna go chop up my vegetables. Now we mix everything. Oh. Alright, my vegetables has been chopped up. I'm gonna add that in there. constantly washing my hands. It's a bad habit, or maybe it's a good one. Now we mix, mix, mix. So I have an appointment. This is supposed to be, which is why I'm making this food at this time of the day in the morning. But this is usually eaten as lunch or dinner. Ideally lunch, because it's heavy. You want to eat heavy things in the afternoon when you're still active and running around, right? And then while at night you have something light, because you're going to bed and you don't need that much energy. And not just needing energy, you don't want to, have something too heavy when you're headed to bed. I'm gonna taste to see if I need I think everything is perfect. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to cover and allow this to simmer down for about just a minute. So when the life is in 1-1, I'm gonna turn it off. Now it's time to clean up, my least favorite part of cooking. All right, that is done. I'm going to turn off my heat and then move the soup to a different burner for it to stop cooking. And because it's going to continue cooking, I'm going to stir just so it doesn't get burnt while sitting to cool down. And there, my Nigerian okra soup is ready to be devoured. I'm going to serve this with pounded yam. Alright, I'm gonna put this way. And meal is ready. When it's lunchtime, I'll make some pounded yam and enjoy. Oh, I have an appointment, so I have to leave soon. Okay guys, I'm gonna end the live now. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. I appreciate your love and support. Hopefully I get to see you on another live video where we cook unfiltered and addicted meal, where you get to see what I cook on this channel, exactly how I cook it without addicting it or any filter in it. It's exactly what you see is what it is. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and quickly clean the kitchen and get ready for my appointment. I need to leave this house latest 10:10. So let me quickly get started on that. I'll see you guys in another live or maybe on another video. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Do have a wonderful day.